The first time that I learned in high school about how black people was slaved, I hated every white man. Every white people, including kids, including great grandchildren, and every kids that they have. I hated all the white people. And the one thing that I come to realize, I only hated myself. And I'll explain why I come to realize that the only people that I hated, it was myself. Because think about it. Just think about it. Let's say, since they consider me a black person, right? Since they consider me a black person, right? And we think that we are different from white people. We think that we have the privilege to stand out, like we better, we special than white people. What do you think is gonna happen if I consider myself better, special, intelligent, know everything in this universe? Like I stand up on everything, like I'm like a superior. Like they said, black people, we have the melanin, we have this, we have that, all these things that we created. Black people, we can stand in the sun, we can do a, like these basic things that we either physically or scientist has proved that we can be able to do. So if we can be able to use those things and consider ourselves better, special, superior among other people, among Chinese, among Russians, among any other cultures, remember, whenever we're trying to divide ourselves from ourselves, we hate ourselves. And I repeat again, the moment we're trying to divide ourselves from ourselves, we hate ourselves. And that's what the white people did. When they're trying to separate themselves from black people, they hate themselves more. The more they was trying to do everything they could to put themselves in a place. And I want to explain to you why I come to realize I hate myself. The fact that we are all a human being. It doesn't matter what skin color you have. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter who you are. Whatever you can do, I can do also. You can steal, I can steal. I can kill, you can kill. I can be racist, you can be racist. You understand? You can put me in jail, I can put you in jail. I can take what's yours, you can take what's mine. It doesn't matter who you are, Chinese, Vietnamese, Filipino, whatever, African, any person you are. It doesn't matter what skin color, yellow, brown, listen, any color you think you are. The one thing that is similar is behavior. We still have the same behavior. We still have the same blood, but we come in different tone of skin colors. But the one thing that I love about us human come with a different shape, with the different colors, is the fact that you can be able to see yourself beyond one thing. If I can be white, I can be Chinese, I can be Vietnamese, I can be Russian. That's the beautiful thing as a person. Because everything in life, it always makes you know yourself more, but does not separate you from anything. The same thing when it comes to animals like lion, zebra, dogs, cats, they all come from different shapes. Even mammals, they all come from different shapes, but they still the same. They still come from the same thing. They still animals, they still mammals. It's all the same thing. They come from the same source. They still come from the same source. And even a human will come from the same source. Just imagine me in high school learning about white people, put me in a place where I was actually enslaved to do whatever they want me to do in that place. If you look at it from a blindness perspective, you're gonna think that you hate that one man because of color of his skin, right? You hate him because he's white and you black. You hate the Chinese because they look kind of different from you. You hate the Russians because they speak in this way or they look this way. But one thing that you come to realize, you don't hate the Russians. You hate you, because anything the Russians can do, you can also do. Anything that the Chinese, the Vietnamese, the Filipinos, even Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, all these people, whatever they can do, you can also do the same thing. That's why I don't like when the people talk about, when they talk about the government, they talk about the government is like an alien. The government can do this, the government do that. God damn it, why don't you make a difference? The government is just a goddamn human as you. The same way as you. There's not any difference. It's the same way as you. And to my point of why, again, I realized that I hate myself, is because I realized I put myself in slave position. I enslave myself, not the woman. And the reason why I say I slave myself, because remember, anything a white person can do, a black man can also do. Anything a Chinese can do, all the Chinese, all the black, all the whites, they can also do. The only reason a white man was be able to put the black people in slave is because every white man agrees. Because listen, if all black people in this earth, they decide to treat a certain group, to treat the Chinese a certain way, everybody, all the black people agrees, we can be able to do the same thing the white people did. If all the black people decide to become like to enslave a certain people or certain countries, we can also do that, because all the black peoples agree. Because we separate ourselves, they are white, we are blacks, so we gotta treat these people this certain way. You understand? The same thing, and this is why when I realized that we only slave because of ourselves, because white people are the same thing as black people. We all have the same behavior. We all do the same things. We all think the same way. A white man does not make him a different from a black person. We all man. A white woman from the white races does not make her different. She's still a woman. Still has a period. She still think the same way my sisters, my brothers and sisters still think the same way. They still have period. They still act the same way. Listen, you can go back in history, you're gonna realize a black man and a white man, a Chinese, a Vietnamese, they still the same goddamn person. He's still a man. We all have something that makes us unique. Our skin colors, our facial features is still the same thing. I don't see myself as a different from a white person. No. I appreciate you to be white, and I appreciate me to be black, because I would never know myself as a black if white people never exist. I would never know myself as a black person if Chinese people never exist. I would never gonna know myself as a black man if Russians, Vietnamese never exist. So I appreciate you to exist so I can know myself as myself. But I'm not gonna use the knowing to turn it into hate, to turn it into self-hate. Because one thing you have to understand, they only put us in slavery because they hate themselves. You understand? Because remember what I told you. You cannot love someone if you never love yourself. You cannot hate someone if you never hate yourself, because everything starts within and not without. Every feeling starts within and not without. So everything starts within. Everything. Like, let me show you, for example, a rain is just an event. How you feel is how you feel. It's within you. So how they feel, it was within themselves. They thought it was different from us. Let me ask you a question. How do you think slavery end? It's because a certain white group, a Republican group, decide, nah, this is not right. Black people, nah, really, it's not right. We're all human. We all do the same thing. We all think the same way. We all do certain things, and that's why it ended because within that white people group, certain group decided not to support this other group. And that's how it ended. Even black people, we do the same thing. Even in slavery, listen, there's this old man I was talking to. He himself says there was black people who were slaves other black people. You understand what I'm saying? So if a certain group agrees, certain things is gonna be allowed because we human. When we benefit on something, we don't care what's going on. We're gonna believe. We're gonna act like we're greater. We're gonna act like we're special. We're gonna do certain things to stand out. We're gonna think we always wanna be better than this other group. We always wanna be special than these other people. But one thing you have to understand, if you realize you are special just the way you are. We might look the same way, we might behave the same way, but we are different in the other way. Let me give you an example. Every woman, every man you see, they all have vaginas, they all have the dicks, they all have all these things. For some reason, when you love a woman, when you love this specifically chick, this chick, and whenever you lose her or whenever she dies, your feelings get hurt. When you can get the vagina, the dick from someone else. You can still get from someone else, but one thing that you don't understand is not about particular person. It's about the memories that you have about this particular person. If I never have any memories with you, I don't care. It's not like I don't care about you, but I'm not connected with you physically. I don't have any history. I don't have any memories. So when you die, I'm still gonna be with that memories of you. That's when we suffer. We only cry because of the memory that we have about this person. The memories that we had, the ideas, the perceptions that we have created about this person, we can no longer have those things. That's when we cry. Because we can no longer benefit. Listen, there's a certain things that we carry to other certain people. And if those certain memories, we can no longer benefit. That's when we feel some type of way. Because we can no longer benefit in certain things. Listen, I can go over a miles and talk about a lot of things. Go crazy. Talk about a lot of things. But listen, there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. But one thing that I want to say, I'm grateful for those people going to be able to watch this video and understand what I'm trying to explain or to show you guys. At the same time, guys, if you have any questions that you have, I'm ready to take it. I'm ready to hear what you're gonna say, because I'm all open. Like, I'm always learning something new to every person, to anybody, because you are me. You are me. Because of you, I understand me. So whatever you said, it's always gonna come back to me, because I'm always gonna learn about myself through you. And you're gonna always learn about you through me. So thank you guys, and I appreciate you, and thank you, and see you next time.